Here we are. Now we have homework done and we have text TV. I hope we here should have those, but let's go there. Philadelphia, Minnesota played their second week game, and Philadelphia won that once again. Very entertaining and randomness full game. So still after 2 win, Philadelphia are good, but and still so early to say that things go either way. So Atlanta Green Bay play in Sunday, and both won their first game. Market has played Atlanta favorite, and I thought there would be value that Jordan Love's first week's shootout that people would overreact it, but it has been reacted okay. I just take the first quarter over underlines, and sadly unders has been played in Finland, especially. I don't know if it's otherwise, but in Veikkaus there was very smart people once again found what is good value. Unders in first quarter are usually very good bets. Let's see, Unibet. There is something. Let's see, one. What is the obvious? Was Houston, Indianapolis is were there. How about there? There is also, yeah, probably it's everywhere, but Atlanta Green Bay is a very tough one, and it's about even game, so not very special there. If you play pool bets, where is X with it or not? But I don't know. It's matter, but if it's matter, but both teams with to the betting slip, and that team which win this game has 2-0 obviously, and probably you can bet against them next week if the opponent is not that good that you get some. If it's against Kansas City Wizard, so you probably don't get anything. Buffalo Las Vegas Raiders. Buffalo lost New York Jets in overtime. Doesn't matter. Buffalo will bounce back. Las Vegas won Denver in a tight game. Market is obviously very Buffalo favor, or they try Vegas, but there is nothing to play there. Buffalo is an 8-point favorite. Obviously, it's very high. Obviously, all of Buffalo are very much better team, but +8 Vegas is obviously better than Buffalo -8. But I wouldn't bet neither option. Hmm. But Buffalo's regular bet win, although it's small, it's more sense based on odds than Vegas. Cincinnati lost. Cleveland visitor surprisingly easy, but Joe Burrow and Cincinnati will bounce back here. Baltimore won, Houston Texans with ease also. But now there is Cincinnati, which is very good bet, but it's so close to the line tree. So if you obviously it has maybe regular win for Cincinnati is best here because the line is just about to the Baltimore. So Cincinnati 1.5. What were the odds here? 1.5 near 1.6. So Cleveland is, Cincinnati is there the better value. Detroit, Seattle. Seattle lost the Los Angeles Rams, which surprised many. I would like to say I was surprised, but I and now we have this very very special game where wait a minute, there is I pretty much underestimate the market here and there. Detroit is only 4.5 favorite. Okay, the people have reacted correctly, but Detroit were good against Kansas, but I want to see much more of them. And Seattle's win wouldn't surprise me by any means. Obviously, the spread 4.5 for Seattle is a very good bet, and the clear win also is a good try. Interesting to see how the Finnish pool market is playing this game because Seattle could be very profitable there. Houston, Indiana. There is Houston Texans favorite, and everybody who has followed NFL last years would be amazed because this is one game where the probably the market would bet this like even game. Houston played okay against Baltimore, and Indianapolis were kind of good against Jacksonville, who were favorite there. So I already bet Indianapolis regular win and minus 2.5 to Unibet, and this is as simple as that. Houston is very very poor team and are about to lose many games even this year, and that's the reason that if team is so capable of losing, always when this week team is a favorite, play against them. not much, but because in these kind of games there is no favorite simply as that. So Houston is just about 1 point favorite. So it's but if the lines would be like here, some 3.5, obviously Indianapolis would be very, very good bet. But obviously, because both teams are very unreliable, so Indianapolis wins are better choice. Jacksonville, Kansas City here, and Kansas City is going to seek their first win, and they are going to get it here. Jacksonville can be a close here, but there would be probably safety first score there. Kansas City will be angry as hell after home loss against Detroit. Jacksonville won pretty close game in the end. Until the end, there was that 10-point margin. So, and as the Unibet say, there's Kansas City 3-point favorite, and Travis Kelce is probably back for Kansas City. I would bet Kansas City anyway without him, but obviously when he's coming back, so hopefully his knee is okay. So Kansas City is here, good value. Tampa Bay, Chicago, once again two poor teams playing each other. Tampa Bay won Minnesota visitor, and Chicago lost hugely against Green Bay. So here we are. Here we have this classic situation where two poor teams and one in a week one and one lost, and where it is here? There it is. Tampa Bay is 2.5 favorite. How much is Chicago? I would simply try Chicago here. Plus 3.5 is 172, so it's 1.72, so it's just about there. But if you play just a winner, Chicago is better choice, because first week reaction obviously has made impact here, and Chicago is not my favorite team. They are very unreliable, but when these kind of games, if they win some games, they win these kind of games. Tampa Bay is nowhere near to be reliable, so. But this is very careful bet in this very careful bet. Lose my words again. Small bet to the Chicago and some, maybe I should have say this before stream. Obviously, if you play someone to win, you probably should try it minus 2.5 in any cases, because the field goal is 3-point is so important. But if you like some favorite so much you believe it's by touchdown, then minus 5.5 is good, because there's always a chance that some extra point is missed, and if the game goes overtime, then the extra point is not kicked, so it will stay 6. So these are some numbers to notice. And obviously, if you play underdog, plus 3.5 and plus 7.5 are those to bet, but everybody usually knows this. If but I don't know if you are a rookie better or professional. So always have to count on that someone still don't know it yet. Chicago in there. Tennessee, Los Angeles Chargers. Ryan Tannehill was healthy. Let's see how it's a marketplace. Tennessee there. Tennessee lost New Orleans once again. One game where is either was as good as both teams were as good or same good or anyway, and same was Los Angeles Chargers and Miami. Both tied games, both lost. Tennessee are underdog, and obviously it's a better bet. But if you bet pool bets, I would like to take Chargers also with my coupon, because maybe I just at the end of the season I have learned to speak English. Coupon slip, yeah. So both to the betting slip, and if you play just single games, then Tennessee's. Maybe I have to make mark here that remember to bet that. Arizona New York Giants. Once again, there is very much these two poor kind of teams, and their New York Giants is a pretty big favorite. Arizona lost to the Washington, but there was nothing that wrong that I would not, that would I been, so I wouldn't. This is very much that kind of game where the Arizona, if they win some games, they will win. New York Giants lost a very weird game against Dallas. There was missed field goal attempt, and then Dallas ran that to the goal and 7 points, and then there was some interceptions or fumble, and it was Dallas were better, but obviously nobody's 40 point better than someone without fumbles and interceptions as anything else. So New York Giants is 4-point favorite, and obviously Arizona bets are here better, and plus 3.5, plus 4, plus 4.5, whatever you like, and straight win are good because Giants could be very poor this season. Not based on that first result, but last season they were so overachieved. So wouldn't surprise me if they be very in the last three in the bottom three, just in the whole when the whole table is counted. Speaking is so difficult. Los Angeles Rams won by surprise in Seattle, and San Francisco were as good as expected against Pittsburgh and defended as usually very good. They are 7.5 favorite in in Rams home field. That's a very obviously it's way too much, but I just wonder if Los Angeles Rams will be very here and there, if there's gonna be consistent here. But with the 7.5, you obviously should try Rams, because I'm sure they will keep up. If San Francisco wins, it would be a very tight game, and I still want to see Brock Birdie to be playing good and consistent because Matthew Stafford is by sure consistent. Rams have obvious problems, yeah, but I'm not so strong about this game to anywhere but some close call win to San Francisco, but will be very much tighter game than in Steelers. Dallas Cowboys host New York Jets, and sadly that Roger lost his season. There is a surprise market has react some way. Jack Wilson won first game there, but now there is it's very hard to see nothing more than Dallas win, but the result is interesting because their line is now 9 points, and there was 13 points predicted to New York Jets, and it's very very low. Although Jack Wilson is, but I have studied sometimes. I have some statistics that 13 total points to the losing team or a weaker team in ahead of a game. It's a very very low number. I wouldn't success to play that. Probable. I would like to. I would want at least 16 or 17 when it would be maybe Green Bay predicted 19. Maybe I have to see there. This is hard when there is so many new quarterbacks, which has they have very few amount of games and therefore statistics to base anything to or say that Dallas gonna win this game. Interesting to see how tight it is and when the game is going to be clear, or is it going to be? Sometimes these kind of games are very tight until the fourth quarter, which may surprise many. But it's very usual when the favorite is clear. Very interesting to see how it's gonna go. Dallas win is better if you like straight win. So 1.24 is low, but it's better than 4.45 to Jets. So here, Denver Broncos against Washington Commanders. Denver is 3.5 favorite, and this is one of those many games of the season where the handicap team could be good. Denver lost their first game. They were okay. Washington won Arizona. It was okay as well, but maybe this is also the game where if you play pool bets, you need to get both teams. And probably I would skip this game in other bets because the line and total are very low, and 37 was there, and probably this gonna in pool bets, just take both. So, or if the market is playing hugely some over, if people are playing someone in this game hugely, I would be surprised if it's not very. I would be surprised if the someone will be played in pool bet very big favorite, because there is no reason. Once again, flip a coin and play underdog if you want, or here and there. New England, Miami. New England lost Philadelphia. It was a once again pretty weird game, and really can't tell what New England can perform. New England will be that kind of team that will be you will be very careful with them, especially when they are favored. But now there is an underdog again. Miami won against Chargers, an entertaining game, and I wouldn't surprise me if New England win this game, because Miami is a very Miami is at its best very convincing team, but I wouldn't surprised if New England win this game. Let's see the 3-point. Very hard game to think all of. Miami is a better, but the home field advance must be calculated always, and it home field always means something. And probably it's gonna skip this game. I have been making this with my pen, and I will try to. It's very annoying, even if I myself listen it and can imagine that someone else is also missing or annoying it, because I understand it. I'm nervous, guys. So. In the pool bets, both teams, and maybe New England to be a lone mark if you bet in Veikkaus or anywhere else in pool bet. I have been trying to find Unibet some pool bets, but I haven't been found. It's too complicated. But both teams, and not very strong opinion, but underdog is not a bad case there either. Then we go to the Thursday in Finnish time, Thursday morning Finnish time. I have to learn that how the days are going in. I have been following so much American sport, but I still forgot how the day rhythm goes. And but probably you are in Finnish watcher, so you know when the games. You can check the day when the. Anyhow, Carolina New Orleans Saints. This round has many these kind of game where the favorite is a favorite just because they won the first game, and the underdog lost. New Orleans won Tennessee, a marching call win. Carolina lost to Atlanta. Not that bad perform, and wouldn't surprise if they win here. Very probable win. Carolina could be very. if you get plus 3.5, spread and odds are 185, 190 or therefore, and probably straight bet is also an R good value. Pittsburgh Cleveland is that team which has very excellent offensive line, which is very important. And with Cleveland against Cincinnati, it worked very well. And when Pittsburgh lost San Francisco, someone would say that this is a no-brainer to play Cleveland. And I thought that market would be overreact the first round, but the line is 2.5 to Cleveland. And now I just started to think that maybe the Cleveland could be the better value, because obviously low scoring total, there is 37. There is very much low scoring totals in this round. Apologize. And I just started. First, I thought that Pittsburgh would be a good bet based on week 1's results. But when the odds are so tight, maybe the Cleveland could get their second win and Pittsburgh lose their second. But it's a visitor game, so this is just intuition. But I like to say that Cleveland minus 2.5 is a better value. I wouldn't surprise if Pittsburgh win, but Cleveland is a better value. But the odds are moving all the time, so just check. If it slipped to the over 3 points, then you should try Pittsburgh, because the 3 point is, as said, so important to be with you, because you will notice that when you see the games after in YouTube or somewhere, or if you watch live, and games will be very tight most of the time, and therefore it's I usually try to bet those under first quarter bets, but in this round there is, I just mentioned it's somehow, but Philadelphia Minnesota got under 9.5, and there is one interesting, just this Pittsburgh Cleveland game, which has 6.5 first quarter line, and it's a very low line. Probably it could go under, but it needs only one successful touchdown and extra point, and it's ruined. So in these kind of cases, you should try over. The odds are people are wisely, and they are probably played it some 1.6, and in Unibet there is 7.5. Okay, and but it has been, people have react very very fast in these lines, and this is hard, because you really don't know always when the lines are going there or here or there, or just are they stable on or something, and there was some under first quarter bets which I will try, and I just thought before the stream that I would play them before I start this, and then start the stream and tell you what I bet. But I just wanted to make this live stream before, because when I speak, then my brains get to work, and I see clearly things, because when you're lonely, so it can make things here and there. I probably when the Finnish Veikkaus pool is starting now. It's 2:20 in Saturday morning in Finnish time, and the betting pool there is starting 6 a.m. and it's hard to give some tips there, because you need to see the percents, how the people are playing, and but when you give tips, it's usually don't get you have to give it soon, as late as possible, because you have to see the percents, but obviously many people don't get the advantage of that anything, because obviously there is no room to play, because when it's out. And but if you watch my channel, you should be aware that there might be some updates before the kickoff in 8 o'clock 20 8 o'clock in nighttime in Finnish time, and and there might be some updates here and there, and but if you are watching these tips and previews, so you probably are ready to how it say, you will be very sharp all the time, because I remember when I just read everything and listened every tips, and here and there I just weighed them very near the end. Obviously you have to bet before the game, so you can't wait until the last 2 minutes, but in the last I try to put them at least hour or two before, then you have, and obviously I try to keep them short that you listen it, and you can listen it and still have time to play, and because there might sometimes be late news in NFL, late news, some player, but usually there is not that many really affecting injuries that is not known in the last week's games, after party, or what do you call it? So most likely people know the key injuries very there usually are not many surprises in starting quarterbacks are there, but sometimes could be. And so I probably just I would like some unders to give, but probably it will I will usually try play too complicated and take too much on my shoulder, and then everything's go crazy. Everybody knows, don't carry too much because you will get tired, and everything falls apart, and that's not good. I probably close this book here, and maybe I just probably gonna there is gonna be some Veikkaus pool tips when the percents are somewhere near, and the amount of money what the players are playing are that convincing that it can be rely that the odds are not going to be ups and downs very much, because everything is based on odds and percents, and I probably bet my own bets with my own time, and if you are a Finnish player or somewhere, there is a Finnish Superpesis pesäpallo finals going on. Sotkamo leads Wimbledon 2-0. The tied option is in pesäpallo very good value usually, because now there is only the best teams left, and the teams were best before the season started, and they have proven to be best in both men and women. Especially Manse PP and Pesäkarhut, the tied mark is very, very good because the wins are tied, and there is 286 odds. So it's Manse is a better team, but Pesäkarhut obviously has very, very good history to be in these big games, and it's very, very good bet to bet tied in pesäpallo in finals, or when there is good teams who supposed to be good, and the odds in tied are 270 or higher are usually very good tries. And if they go under, then it's other cases. But there you got some bonus. Should I put in the title that I don't know, but maybe I put it that because if someone like to that, so finals are usually very tight and low scoring games, and if you try some correct score betting, there's Manse PP Pesäkarhut can be very low scoring, but as I saw in Veikkaus, there was people were in Moniveto, there people had been reacting very good, so probably there is not so much value. But yeah, and obviously because it's fall, middle of the fall, there is not so much warm, or there is some Finland is usually some kind of cold in fall, obviously, but nowadays it's this fall has been pretty warm, so maybe there could be some runs, extra runs there come, but usually you should just think when the summer is turning to fall, then the high scoring games are turning to low scoring in pesäpallo or pretty much every sport, because it's easier to make things in warm than cold, and what is obvious for pretty much every person. So good luck, and we will see probably and most likely before the Sunday's game. And but obviously, I know you are smart and you can easily you make these kind of analysis than I. And obviously, when you try to just avoid NFL teams which quarterback is sacked more than someone else, and try to avoid favorite team because everybody plays them and the odds are going small. You probably usually don't get Kansas City very often to play. Jacksonville is a good team, but 3 point sounds pretty tight wherever Kansas City is playing. So Kansas City could be a very good bet, even if the three is. I wouldn't surprise if Kansas City win Jacksonville by some higher scoring, but probably it's tight game and Kansas City win there. So I will watch those first quarter unders and maybe the first point scorer. I'm not sure if they are good values, but maybe I try this week some of them, and maybe I just quit this and always can be start again. So maybe I just have a happy NFL weekend and have a happy weekend anyway, because life there is. They say that there's life outside in the NFL or sport, but I'm not sure. Always have to joke a little bit because have a good weekend.